What is up, everybody? Cortland, you there? Ruh-roh, I can't hear you.
Difficulties.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Hang on.
That's the perks of doing a live show.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
There we go. Got it.
You're quiet though. You're a little quiet.
How about now?
Ooh, that's so much better. So much better.
My child has moved into his own room now, so my ring light and camera stand are now not with a stand because we had to mount his baby monitor on it. So I'm using my computer as my camera today until I can get that situation all figured out. But
it looks fine. It looks fine. You know, I was actually at Walmart the other day and noticed they had like a whole section for like YouTubers and
they do
vloggers.
Yeah.
It wasn't crazy priced or anything like that, but you might want to check out the vlogger section at Walmart.
Get that all
something I never
figured out.
Thought I would say. So you're Cortland.
Yep, I'm Cortland,
and I'm Justin. And I don't know whose turn it is to introduce the show, but I can.
Go right ahead.
Yes, this is episode 12. We made it to 12.
We did,
which is 11 more than I thought we would.
It took a while to get to 12.
I know. June's been a weird month for both of us.
Yeah.
You had your wisdom teeth cut out. Which, how are you doing, by the way?
Good. Just have giant holes in my mouth now.
Let's see them. Let's see them.
Let's see if we can. We might be able to.
There they are. Are you eating solid foods?
Yeah, I just have to like drink water every other bite to like rinse the holes out, or they'll get food stuck in them. So
guess who's here?
Who's
Clark's
here?
Clark's missed
here.
His boys.
Yeah, I bet he did. We have not got to talk to Clark in a while.
I know. June's been weird. Like I said, you had your teeth cut out. I went on vacation. My dad had his health stuff going on. It's just been a weird month, which has also been a weird month for the Reds, which we're going to talk about here in just a moment. So episode 12, Better Off Reds, your weekly Reds talk show. You can find us on Facebook Live and YouTube every Thursday night at 8:30 if the world, is normal for us.
Right.
You can listen on your favorite podcasting app after. Shows usually go up about an hour after on like Apple Music, Spotify, Stitcher, and so on. And that's all I have to say about that. Clark has some stuff to say. He says he didn't have to have his wisdom tooth removed. He's part of an underground fight club. Lucky.
If only. Gosh, if only.
And hope your dad is okay. Thank you. I appreciate that, Clark. He is on the mend. Still some work to go, though, but thanks.
Yeah.
So how you been?
Not bad. Like you said, it's been a little bit of a crazy kind of a month, but other than that, not bad. The Reds were doing pretty hot for a while, and we'll get into that because they're not doing as hot as of late. But other than that, just been working on landscaping, and we are
landscaping.
Landscaping.
Oh, my bad. I misunderstood you.
Now, that would be a perfect segment if we were sponsored by Manscaped.
Manscaped. I think like every John Boy video, it's like DraftKings or Manscaped. And I'm like, I can only watch so many videos about shaving your balls before I just don't care like about your ads anymore.
Right. But no, other than that, just been working outside and enjoying the not so crazy weather. It's been actually pretty nice and not too terribly hot yet. So
how about you? Thank you, Clark. He said prayers to my whole family. I appreciate it. Yeah. Did you go golfing Monday morning? Did you do that?
I did.
How'd you do?
I didn't do too great. My drive was very all over the place, and my short game was not too bad. I will say that. Okay. But yeah, I could not hit the ball worth a crap off the tee. So
yeah, we need to hit the golf course pretty soon. I just
got
back from vacation. I did. I got this while on vacation at a store. Yeah.
Nice.
I'd never seen this hat before, and I was like, well, I got to have it. So
I like that.
I did too. I went on vacation, went to North Myrtle Beach with my wife's family. Big family vacation. It was a lot of fun. Great weather while we were down there. I think it only rained like one day, so that was pretty nice. A lot of eating. Ate a lot of food.
Right.
Oh, a lot of food. But I'm now I've fallen off the no soda wagon because of it. So I do have a water with me tonight.
Nice, good job.
But I had a Coke at dinner. So so I'm taking baby steps to get back to no more soda like I was, but we'll get there. other than that, though, been pretty good. Just working and taking care of my dad and doing all that fun stuff. So let's talk about the whole reason we're here tonight.
Yeah.
The Cincinnati Reds, our favorite baseball team. They're playing right now. They have a 2-1 lead over the Atlanta Braves.
Nice.
Tony Santian has been pitching pretty well. He's had a few walks, but overall, so far, I'll give you his line: 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. And like I said, the Reds currently have a 2-1 lead. They have 2-1 with nobody out, with Kyle Farmer at bat. So hopefully Kyle Farmer. We're in the bottom of the 4th.
Dang, 6 strikeouts through 4. That's not bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Clark says he's up to bat now. So the Reds, let's talk about this because there was a period in June, just like a little over a week ago, where I think Reds Nation collectively thought they were headed for great things.
Yeah.
They swept the Rockies, which, I mean, that's the Rockies. But then they turn around and they swept the Brewers, which the Brewers were like at the top of the division.
Yeah.
And like we're feeling good. You know, the bullpen didn't suck. The hitting was there. The pitching was there. Everything just kind of worked. But then they go into San Diego, which San Diego is one of the best teams in baseball, but they get swept. But they didn't just get swept. They lost games. They didn't get beat except for like maybe once or twice. They lost games. And they lost those games because their bullpen is trash. And it's no one's fault except Bob Castellini. So I know Bob listens to the show. I know he's probably mad at me right now for calling him out like that. But I mean,
well, you're not the only one. It's been all over the Reds fan group that is on Facebook, the big one. I think all of us are a part of it. Mm-hmm. They have been going absolutely nuts against Bob Castellini with all of the games that they lost to the Padres. So there's a ton of memes. So you're not the only one.
So after they get swept by the Padres, they play Minnesota for 2 games, and they split that series. And Clark says they broke my heart in San Diego. Me too, especially that first game, man. That first game was like it was like just a good comeback. Like India hits that homer.
Right. I forget. Yeah.
Against Mark Melancon, who's like leading the league in saves, right?
Yeah.
And they just the bullpen just implodes, man. But then they play the Twins, and let me pull up the Twins that first game here because I want to make sure I get it exactly right what the bullpen did here. I probably should have had this already pulled up. I apologize. Let me see here. So game 1 against the Twins, the Reds lose that one 5-7. All right. But they go into, what was it? They go into the 9th. No. It's a 3-3 game going into extra innings. The Reds take a 5-3 lead in the 10th.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, that's big. 2 runs, you should be able to protect against that. They turn around, give up 2 runs. They go to the 12th, end up going to the 12th where Miguel Sano homers and the Twins win at 7-5. Was that Doolittle that gave up those runs, I think?
I think so.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blown save, his 3rd of the year. Gave up the 2 runs in 1/3 of an inning. And then Heath Hembree gave up the game losing run in the 12th. So that was annoying. Then we go into game 2, and the Reds are beating the snot out of them. Let's see here. It was, gosh, let me find it all here. I've only got like half a window open here. I apologize. It was 7-2. 7-2 at the end of the top half of the 8th. 7-2. 5 runs. Clark says it was Doolittle. Yeah. Oh, wait, hang on. It was Doolittle. We all stepped to 1:30 to watch that game too. Yeah, it was frustrating. Actually, you know what? I tell you what, I didn't. I had it on, and I remember I was laying in bed because it was kind of late, and I heard, and Doolittle gives up all these runs, and I was like, forget it. I just turned the TV off. I didn't care at that point. So it's 7-2 after the top half of the 8th. They let the freaking Twins come back and score 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah.
Now, luckily, Tyler Naquin, Cincinnati hero, Cincinnati legend, Tyler Naquin hits a 3-run bomb in the top of the 9th to win the game 10-7. The Twins couldn't come back. But the freaking bullpen, they just tried so hard to lose that game. That was Sims that gave those up, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like it was Warren and then Sims, which Sims hit the IL today. Did you know that?
What? No. What did he do? What happened to him?
I think it was a forearm strain, if I remember correctly. But I mean, I gotta tell you, Lucas Sims, he's out 3 to 4 weeks. Holy smokes! I didn't see that part until right now.
He is a guy that I don't mind. I'd say more so at the beginning of the season, he was kind of a bullpen problem. More so in these last, like when they were going on that hot streak there for those first 2 series, he was putting it on, and he was coming in when they need him to, and he was throwing breaking balls and fastballs up and high, getting guys to go for him. And you can obviously tell he's that guy that wants to play. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I like this. He was improving, and I know, like you're saying, he didn't do the best in this, but he was doing much better than he was at the beginning. I did not like him at all at the beginning of the season.
I know you didn't. Yeah, his ERA kind of sucks, but I mean, like they've been using him as like, okay, we got ourselves into a mess because we put Doolittle or Hembree out there. We need you to fix it, Sims. And he's like, well, I mean, I'll try. Right. But there's only so much you can do. But I'm actually looking at his game log. He had 5 days of rest. He didn't play any in the Padres series. I wonder if he had maybe some forearm discomfort. Probably. And they gave him some rest, threw him out there against Minnesota twice, and then just said, now we got to shut him down.
Yeah, it's not to say that I don't think they might have threw him in at the end of the game of that first game of the Padres series when we took the lead at the end of the game. I think they might have put him in to close out in the entire inning.
Yeah.
But yeah, who knows? He probably was. If he had 5 days rest, he had to have.
Yeah. All right, let's dig into some numbers here. So the Reds rank 7th in batting average, 4th in on-base percentage, 8th in slugging, and 6th in OPS.
Awesome.
They are a just well-rounded offensive team.
Yeah.
Even with the shortcomings of Farmer, Suarez, whatever, which Suarez is seeing the ball better. His batting average doesn't reflect it, but he's walking a lot more, it seems like.
Yeah.
They're 9th in homers, 9th in fewest strikeouts. And this is something we just couldn't say about them last year. I mean, they went, like 18 consecutive innings in the postseason without scoring a single run. Yeah. So this is definitely a different team offensively. But the pitching as a whole, we're going to break this down a couple of different ways. Pitching as a whole, 25th in ERA with a 4.78. They are 7th in strikeouts, but they've given up the 2nd most walks, and walks will kill you.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Now, the starters rank 14th in ERA with a 4.10, which is right in the middle of the pack, 14 out of 30. They rank 11th in strikeouts, 28th in walks allowed. Then the Reds relievers rank dead last in ERA with a 5.70. They've given up the most home runs this year. They are actually where the strikeouts are coming from. It seems like they rank 7th in strikeouts, but they have allowed the 2nd most walks on the year. Do you want to break down some pitching numbers?
Yeah. So Amir Garrett, he had a little bit of a resurgence there in the hot streak. He was coming in and closing when he needed to close, but on the year so far, he is still sitting at a very high 8.4 ERA. So he's not come back to the point we wanted to come back. He's shown flashes of what we used to see, but he's just still not consistent with it. You said Heath Hembree. We were talking about he's kind of a guy they've been going to a lot when it comes to closing and taking out the last couple innings of a game. He's sitting at a 5.96 ERA on the year, and then 9.72 ERA in the month of June. So like we said, they've been getting absolutely obliterated, and he is one of the guys that have taken a lot of it. I like Hembree. I like watching him pitch. His mechanics are pretty good, and I like the balls that he throws. But yeah, he's just getting absolutely rocked. Batters are hitting a .286 off of him in June, and they have an on-base percentage of .359 when he is on the mound. So that is not good at all. Lucas Sims, dive into his numbers. We talked about him a little bit. He has a 5.02 ERA on the year, and he's been asked to do a lot. Like Justin said, they're putting this guy in saying, hey, we had the lead by like 5 runs. Now it's tied. Can you go in and get us out of this inning and maybe we'll score. And he comes in and tries. Like, you can obviously tell by the way he pitches and the way he reacts to getting strikeouts that he goes out and literally gives it everything he has. Now it seems like that workload has kind of put him into a predicament, and he's out 3 to 4 weeks with this forearm strain.
Yep.
So, like Lucas Sims, now I wasn't the biggest fan, but we kind of ruined him. So we'll see what happens with that. If he can come back in that time frame, what he'll do. Sean Doolittle has a 4.9 ERA on the year. His ERA for the month of June, 9.00. Batters are hitting a staggering 0.429 with an on-base percentage of 0.485.
That's almost half the batters he faces get on base.
That's ridiculous. Insane. We like Sean Doolittle. He'll make a great TV commentator one day. Maybe next month. We'll see.
Yeah, hopefully next month.
But yeah, so I think we've kind of found the Achilles heel. I know we talked about it the last time we were on. We were still kind of up in the air of what really was the major problem.
Yeah.
And it's the bullpen.
Which we've known that.
Right.
And I feel like, so Amir Garrett, he's a player too that I was like, Amir probably had a pretty good June, because I feel like every time I've seen him pitch, like on television, it's been decent. But then I look at his June ERA, and it's like, 8 point something as well.
Right.
But then I look at like his last few games, he's actually pitching really well. He gave up 4 runs on June 1st.
Mm-hmm.
He gave up 1 run on June 8th, and then gave up 0 runs in his next 4 appearances, gave up 2 runs on June 17th, then gave up no more runs the rest of June. June 19th, 21st, and 22nd, no runs. So, I mean, yeah, he's only pitching 1 inning, and he's usually called to pitch in like a high stakes situation. So really 0 runs is ideal.
Right.
But I mean, I feel like I can definitely see him trending in the right direction, which I feel like I've said that every freaking month this season. But I mean, he gave up 4 runs on June 1st, and he's had more games with no runs given up than he has with runs, is what I'm trying to say. We have a few comments to get caught up here, and oh my gosh, let me see if I can get caught up. Let me see where's a good place to start. Clark says, if our bullpen was on par with our stars, we'd arguably be the best in the NL. No doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
Drew says Santin is throwing the ball well. Great movements and keeping batters of balance. That's true. He also says that's a big if, Clark. Also true. Doolittle is doo-doo, which, and like I said, I really like Sean Doolittle. I think he seems like a really cool guy. But, I mean, him being cool doesn't amount to good pitching. And then Clark says you are 100% right, Drew. So Clark and Drew are agreeing on a lot in the comments regarding the state of the bullpen. And that is where we are.
To go with Drew's comment of Santin, that's kind of a big thing. I'm actually going to change my biggest surprise later in my notes, but
I think we all can guess what it is now.
The guys that they've brought up, I've been super impressed with the guys they've brought up. Just for how rough we were talking that the starting pitchers and bullpen were being, I was really worried bringing these guys up. We were just going to throw them into the fire and just have them absolutely get dominated. But Gutierrez and Santin have come in and did pretty well. And I like to see it. So, and there's other guys still down in the minors that if we could get them up, it would be, I think, even better. But we'll see. We had some movements down there.
You want to hear a crazy idea? I'm going to come up with a crazy idea right now. Hang on. We got some more comments. Are we still talking about Garrett? Seriously? Sometimes, yeah. And then, wait, read my last comment. What the Doolittle is. Oh, yeah, okay. Cortland's to apologize to me, and I want to hear Drew. You're right about Garrett. He is hot garbage.
He is hot garbage. I don't think I ever said he wasn't hot garbage. I think that was Justin.
I'm the Garrett defender. The Garrett defender. Yeah. I am. Here's a bold prediction.
Let's hear it.
The Reds have a lot of really good. Now, it's not going to happen, so don't even think for a second this is going to happen. But I feel like this might make the most sense, and I could be totally wrong. trade Wade Miley.
Okay.
For some serious bullpen arms, and then call up Nick Lodolo.
Okay.
That's my bold prediction.
What do you think we get out of Wade Miley? I mean, he's doing very good.
Oh, he's freaking lights out lately. Yeah. I mean, he's been elite.
He's old.
He is old, but I mean, that's fine for a team that maybe just is missing
a piece. A push. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can't tell me that, one of these teams that maybe has a pitcher that's gone down couldn't use him, especially a playoff contender.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find June numbers. He has a 2.08 ERA in June.
Whew.
He has 22 strikeouts over 26 innings, has only given up 6 earned runs. He gave up 10 in May, only gave up 8 in April. But this is his lowest ERA for the month, which of course there's still some days left. I think he'll have another start.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think I would trade him to a team that maybe has an excess in bullpen arms and a lack of starting pitching, and maybe could be postseason bound.
We'll see. I mean, I'm sure stuff's going to happen, but I mean,
they might trade him.
That makes sense. We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they might trade him if the Reds are sellers at the deadline. I don't think they'll trade him if they're buyers. I mean, I think they'll end up moving like Shogo or Naquin. Probably not Naquin, but like Shogo or Aquino. And a lot of that has to do with, how Senzel's looking in his recovery, which, he might be an infielder. I don't know when he comes back.
Right.
Let's see here. Drew says, my apologies, Cortland, because you are not a Garrett defender. That would be me. Yep. So I apologize, Drew.
Yeah.
Clark says, I agree. We will get much for him with his age. So basically trade him to a team that is, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. The next part. So I don't think Hembry or Doolittle should be on major league clubs. And like I said, sorry, my apologies to Drew. I still do believe in Garrett and Sims, especially looking at Garrett's game log just now. It's the first time I looked at it. You can see an improvement. But he's still, those games where he does have runs are typically not good just because he's put into a high stakes situation.
Right.
Let's see here. So the team, I don't know, with competent ownership, they could be postseason bound, but until then, they're just going to be fighting for third. So, wow, we're flying through this. Dang.
I will say, I don't know if it's just because I'm paying that much more attention this year, because last year was just such a weird year. There are a lot more people that are complaining about the way we are operating. So maybe they'll do something before he begins to speak about Garrett again.
Drew says Cortland unplugged Justin's mic before he begins to speak about he who must not be named again. I'll treat him like Voldemort in Harry Potter and just not say anything.
But there's a lot more hostility towards the way we're running the team. So maybe something will happen. I mean, we'll see. The history shows us no, but I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm paying more attention this year or what.
Lance McAllister has been ruthless. Well, not ruthless. He's being very it's the right amount of anger, I feel like. I mean, you take a team that made it to the postseason, you trade players just as salary dumps. And I'm not saying Archie Bradley and Raisel Iglesias are the answers. I think they both are actually having pretty bad years, if I recall. But you just dumped them. I mean, there was value in them, and you just dumped them. I mean, even though they're kind of duds now, like you could have got something for them, anything, prospect, low level prospect that may be a diamond in the rough. I don't know, but they didn't. And that's where we are.
We're going to have to do something because the teams in the NL Central have just turned it on. So we're fighting for the very end. I mean,
so that's actually, right now, I have a statistic to talk about whenever we go to around the division.
Okay.
It may not all be as bad as it seems. Let's see. Clark says the Reds are baseball royalty. We go to the games. We buy the merchandise. It's time for Bob to give us a winner, and I agree.
Yeah.
It's time. So let's see here. Time for our minor league updates. Hunter Green got promoted. Oh, I didn't know we were doing that. I'm sorry. Hunter Green got promoted to AAA.
Yes.
His first game, he went 4 innings, 4 earned runs, 8 Ks. The team that played him had a pretty good burn on him. like the Louisville Bats, they tweeted like Hunter Green threw so many pitches over 100 miles per hour, and the team that beat them said like, yeah, but we hit 4 homers off of him or something like that. So I was like, well, dang. I mean, they're not lying. His second game, he went 5 innings, 0 runs, and 6 strikeouts.
That's good.
Jose Barrero is batting .342 in the month of June with 2 homers, 11 RBIs, 5 walks, and 6 stolen bases. Man, I just wish he could have put that together last year.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I heard Garrett asked why no umpire coach has asked for a foreign substance check on him. Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about the foreign substances checks. We may fit that in here in a minute. Tony Santian, who we just talked about, he got called up to the major leagues. Prior to this game, he had 8 strikeouts in 7 2/3 innings over 2 starts and had a 4.70 ERA. He has since lowered that ERA to, stretching out that word so I can look it up, to 3.38. So, he has 8 strikeouts in 5 2/3. So he is definitely turning it on.
Yeah.
I like what I see out of this guy. Should be good stuff. And then Nick Lodolo is on the IL with a blister. But on June 2nd, he pitched 3 1/3, 0 runs, 7 Ks.
Ooh, man.
Hendricks is also on the IL right now, so no action from him. Cortland, take us around the division, please.
All right. So Milwaukee, the team we swept, is on top of the division with a 42-33 record. They're 4-6 over their last 10, and they start a 3-game series against the Rockies tomorrow at home. So that might be another 3 wins for them. The Cubs are second in the division with 41-33 record. They are also 4-6 over their last 10 games. They start a 4-game series against the Dodgers tonight in LA. So go Dodgers. That could help us. I could see that working out in our favor, hopefully. The Cardinals are 4th in the division with a 36-38 record. They're also 4-6 in their last 10. That's pretty crazy. All 3 teams are 4-6 in their last 10. They start a 4-game series against the Pirates tonight after getting swept in a 2-game series against the Tigers. So go Pirates, we guess. I'd rather see the Pirates win than the Cardinals. So
all day, every day.
Yep. So now to the Pirates. They are last in the division with a 26-46 record. They are 3-7 over their last 10. They face off against the Cardinals, as we said, starting tonight. So all teams in the NL Central have a losing record over their last 10 games, except for the Cincinnati Reds, who are 5-5 over their last 10 games. We are currently sitting at 3rd. So there is some big room to make up, but we will see. I feel maybe Milwaukee's going to kind of take a big old lead after this series. The Cubs could get knocked down a peg with a 4-game series in LA, and the Cardinals and Pirates, anything the Pirates can do helps. So hopefully they don't just sweep the Pirates. But what was your stat? You had an interesting stat.
That was the last 10, how the Reds were the only team without a losing record over the last 10.
So we can't complain about that.
No, because you'd mentioned they were all getting hot, but really none of them looked particularly good. But
no,
out of the 5, the Reds over the last 10 have looked the best. I mean, if the Reds can win this series, I mean, it's going to be tough because, the Braves are pretty good.
Right.
It is a 4-game series, but if they won all 4, they'd be at 40-36. If the Cubs managed to lose all 4, the Reds would just be a game behind the Cubs.
Yeah.
Actually, no. They might leapfrog them because the Cubs would have more losses. So I don't know. I mean, the Reds, if I don't know math and I don't know standings, I'm just dumb. I just can read them. The Reds, I think, could potentially take second place depending on how it's calculated. It'd be based on win percentage. So yeah, I think they would. But that's if the Reds sweep and if the Dodgers sweep, and I don't care. And that's also if St. Louis doesn't really do anything.
Right.
St. Louis could go in and it's likely they'll actually win, all 3 or 4 games that they're playing, which would be big problems, especially if the Reds don't do well, because then the Reds are back down to 4th. So
yeah,
a lot of movement will happen. I think the one thing that I think is safe to say is that the Brewers will most likely stay in first for another week.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, we swept them, though. I'll take that.
Oh, gosh, Clark, that's disgusting. Manfred ordered a man with a rubber glove to give Miley's grandmother a proctology. Oh, my gosh.
Just
Clark,
FYI.
too dark, too dark. Gosh, Wade Miley listens to this show, He's not going to take too kindly to talking about his grandma like that. I'm just kidding. All right. Like anyone believes that Wade Miley listens to this show.
Right. Now to the injuries, Justin.
Oh, they say like now he doesn't. Clark's talking about his grandma like that. Injuries. Sonny Gray is expected to make a rehab start in Louisville tonight. Moose was moved to the 60-day IL. Words are hard. He did a rehab assignment, got hurt again. They pulled him, and then they said, "You know what? Too much."
You think they move him?
No, not now.
You don't think?
No, I don't think so. Jeff Hoffman will begin a rehab assignment in Louisville. I think he'll end up in the bullpen when he returns.
Yeah.
Lorenzen is expected to return to the team after the All-Star break, and Nick Senzel has been moved to the 60-day IL. That's not any real big news. It just opens up a spot on the 40-man. He was going to be out for that long anyway.
I'm going to make a bold prediction.
Let's hear it.
I think Lorenzen could be the guy when he comes back.
I hope so.
I think all of this time off and how much he prepares, I think he could be a pleasant surprise.
Hopefully.
So I'm a big Lorenzen fan, but I know he's very gadgety. He plays everywhere, but I don't know. I just think with how low we are in terms of bullpen arms that he might be the guy. He might be one of the guys that can get the team to rally behind him and turn the bullpen around, but we'll see. That's my bold prediction.
All right, maybe. We'll see. Let's talk about our weekly awards.
Okay.
We need music for that. So play of the week. My play of the week would be one Jesse Winker, MVP candidate, all-star game frontrunner, left fielder for the Reds. He robbed Eric Hosmer of a home run in San Diego, and it was like just cold-blooded. Did you see it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, my God, so good. Just freaking, he's a murderer.
He is. That was
the
very good.
The fans were just like, what? Like, the looks on their faces were priceless, but that was mine. What's yours?
Jonathan India's home run to take the lead against the Padres in the first game of their series. Even though it didn't work out in our favor, I was watching this game, and they were making the comeback, and India gets up and just absolutely smacks that ball. And I thought it was over. I was like, perfect. This is best case scenario. India's the guy. He's my guy. He's been my guy all year. He gets the walk-off homer. Didn't turn out that way, but still a very sweet play. I'll take it. He deserves it.
One thing I wanted to mention, it's not important at all, but when I was in Myrtle Beach last week, it was like late. We'd just gotten in, and I knew the Reds were playing in San Diego, and I was like, man, I really want to watch the Reds, but I knew I wasn't here. I didn't have Bally Sports Ohio. So I'm just flipping through channels, and then sure enough, there's John Sadek's voice.
Yeah, you texted me. I forgot we were watching that together because after all the craziness happened, you just sent a text that said pain.
Yeah. Said pain. Clark also loved India's homer. I was like, what the heck? I was like, what are they doing down here in Myrtle Beach? Like, this is unusual, but yeah, for some reason that we got the feed for that entire series. So
yeah,
I got to watch some ball. My hitter of the week is one Joseph Daniel Votto.
Yep.
Since our last episode and returning from an injury, he is batting .302 with 3 homers and 12 RBIs. And get this, a stolen base. Votto's back.
He is.
He's back.
I was going to put him as well, but I didn't want us to both have him. But yeah, he lit it up, man. I love to see it. And the whole stuff with the fan at the Padres game, where he got kicked out, and it was her first game ever, and he's her favorite player, and then he came out and talked to her and everything, got her tickets the next day, and
he signed the ball, so sorry I didn't play the whole game.
Yeah, he's so just awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be so sad to see him go whenever it happens. But
he's he's a legend. Yeah. I mean, I hope he does.
He also what did he do? Shoot, is he fourth in all time in Reds hits now?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think he jumped top 5 after he came back. I'm pretty sure. So he has solidified, not that he already hasn't solidified himself in the Reds lore as one of the top 5 hitters of all time for the franchise.
Did you say hits?
I think so.
He is 6th.
Who are you sure?
Yeah. He could pass Johnny Bench this year to go up to 5th. Could.
Maybe that's what it was. Okay.
He'll probably need a couple of years to go up to 4th.
Right. Okay. So that's what it is. He's close to passing Johnny Bench. Okay. Yeah. Still, that's amazing. So hats off to him. My hitter of the week is none other than Jonathan India. Jonathan India is the future. And I will refer to my notes. Over the last 30 games, I was going to use his last 7 games because his last 7 games, his average has been 333. But over his last 30 games, he is batting .310. He has 31 hits, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, and he has an on-base percentage of 4.34 and a slugging percentage of 4.450. So he has just turned it on after he had the little hiatus that was happening there for a while, and everybody was kind of questioning what was going to happen. He's the guy. He's my guy. I have a jersey that's blank, and he might be the one getting the name on it. So he's the future. He's nothing but the future. So
I have a game break to give you some information. Okay. In the top of the 3rd inning, the Pirates have a 2-1 lead over the Cardinals. The Pirates have 2 on with nobody out.
Heck yeah.
The Pirates. Better off Pirates. That's what we're going to call this show for the
next hour. I also have a game break.
Oh.
It's the bottom of the 6th. 1 out. Reds are up to bat. Eugenio Suarez is up to bat. And
who's up to bat?
Eugenio Suarez. That's how they say it.
Hey, Eugenio. All right. Let's see here. Pitcher of the week. My pitcher is Amir Garrett. And I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That was for Drew.
A follower.
I did. Oh, we lost one. No, I'm kidding. No, it's another recently problematic pitcher, Luis Castillo. Since our last episode, he has a 2.41 ERA, a K per 9 of 10.13, and he's gone 6 innings or more in his last 3 of his last 4 starts. Good. I think he's back. I think he's figured it out. I think he's back. So happy.
I got him on a little bit of a shorter leash, but yes, he's did much better.
Clark says take it to the
yes. My pitcher of the week is one Vladimir Gutierrez, and in his last 7 games, he is a 3-1 win-loss record with a 3.86 ERA. He's pitched for 28 innings with 23 strikeouts and has a whip of 1.32 at the moment. I didn't really know. Like I said earlier, didn't know how the guys were going to do coming up from the minors, and him and Santian so far are doing very well. I'm very pleased to see how they're playing. So, Vladimir Gutierrez, you have my vote, sir.
Biggest surprise. Mine is Major League Baseball doing what they do, not checking pitchers all the time, but suspending Joey Votto.
Yep.
They tried to suspend him for 2 games after he got in the face of the umpire. He appealed it, got it down to 1. First of all, you don't suspend him for that. Second of all,
just arguing a call. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Second of all, that appeal, the suspension wasn't even announced. The appeal was like crazy fast. Remember how long it took Castellanos? Yeah. It was like a month.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was just really, oh, dang, he was safe on that. Cool. Sorry, potential double play ball didn't happen, which is good for the Reds. But anyway, I just, they're clowns. They're clowns.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. They're clowns.
I wonder if we have the most suspensions this year.
Oh, I don't know.
We might. We for sure have the most talked about suspensions.
I honestly don't recall any other player's name coming up as like suspended, like unless it's like for drugs or something. Like, yeah, like steroids or whatever you want to call. Oh, Alex Manoah was suspended. He intentionally threw at a dude. Okay, here's the MLB fines and suspensions for the year. Joey Votto, Amir Garrett, Nick Castellanos. Yes, they have the most on the year. There's only been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the Reds hold a third of them. That's ridiculous.
Insane.
Oh my gosh.
Insane.
And they fined him, he lost $134,000 because he makes a lot of money. God, Castellanos lost even more though. I don't know. Maybe I'm not reading that right. Yeah, I just 2 of those suspensions were half-season suspensions. One of them was a full season suspension. So a third of them are Reds, a third of them are for steroids, and the others are just like because they threw at somebody. Now Alex Manoah's suspension is not on here, so it's not fully up to date. So there are going to be a couple more on there, but yeah, sucks to I guess be a Reds fan and be the enemy of the Major League Baseball organization. Yeah, Clark says, "Told you, Manfred hated us." Yeah, he does. So that's my biggest surprise. Cortland, what about you?
Votto coming back with a vengeance. So the other side of the coin, yes, he did get suspended, but it's because he was arguing a call, and he's been doing so well. I think he was right to argue. I mean, I know sometimes there's just no point in arguing with an umpire. The umpire makes the call. It's what it is. But he's been hot, man, coming back. I didn't know if he'd be as hot as he is, especially after injury, being the age, and with how the team was doing prior to him coming back. But he kind of lit the fire there when they were on the hot streak. So he's back, baby. And Votto still bangs. So
bangs.
Yes.
Votto was suspended by MLB for aggressive action. So I guess be very careful when you go up to the plate and you try to hit that baseball, because if it's too aggressive,
you're suspended.
Yeah. God, so dumb. Anyway, let's look ahead, shall we? Enough of the past. Let's look forward.
Let's do it.
So the Reds are starting a 4-game series as we speak against the Braves. At the moment, like I said, they're still up 2-1. They have 2 on with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Tyler Stevenson has come in to pinch hit for Tony Santian. Suarez is on 3rd. I don't know who is on 1st because I wasn't paying attention just a moment ago.
I'll check that. You just keep talking.
Oh, I'll keep talking. It looks like it was Kyle Farmer. You know that guy, farmersonly.com.
Yep.
Right down the middle, Stevenson didn't swing. That's fine. Anyway, so this is where I'm very pessimistic. Cortland's very optimistic, and I think that trend's going to continue.
Yes.
I think they're going to win 2 of 4 against the Braves. Oh, wait, I got ahead of myself. 4 games against the Braves, 1 game against the Phillies on Monday to make up for the rain delay on June. I believe it was 2nd. And then a 3-game series against the Padres, which, like I said, the Padres didn't necessarily beat the Reds. The Reds lost those games. So who knows what will happen. I think they will split the Braves series and take 2. They'll beat the Phillies, and then they will win 1 or 3 against the Padres. Cortland.
You ready?
Jeez, I already see your notes.
Hey, I was semi-right last time. We got really hot when I made my predictions last time. So I'm hoping to do the same thing again. I'm saying we're taking 3 of 4 against the Braves because we're at home. We beat the Phillies, and then, like we did against the Brewers, one of the best teams in baseball, we're going to take all 3 against the Padres and get a vengeance on them.
I hope you're right. I'm not laughing at the prediction per se. I'm laughing at your optimism.
We're going to sweep them, baby.
So you're like, we're going to the World Series. It's June. World Series bound because we're going to win the rest of these games. All right. So that's all I have. Oh, man. Stevenson. I thought you were clutch. Stevenson just grounded out. That's all I have. Cortland, do you have anything else to add?
Nope. Wait till I'll be expecting some congratulations when I'm predictions are right. This time.
Well, so you're on vacation next week, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to do the show while you're gone or no?
No, we don't have very good service, and I thought we were maybe going to have internet where we're going, but it is not going to be done. So
okay. So jury's still out about next week's episode. I don't know if it'll be a live show or if I'll just record something quick. But we'll see.
If we don't, happy 4th of July, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Because that'll be next weekend if we don't do the episode.
Yeah.
So be sure to watch some baseball, eat a hot dog, and eat some apple pie.
You know who the Reds play 4th of July weekend, right?
The Padres?
Nope.
I don't know. Who?
The Cubs.
Ooh, that'll be good.
Clark loves you, but you give him false hope.
Hey, I was right this last time. I think I predicted the sweep of the Brewers.
I think you did too. You know what? Let's go back and look because I'm very curious now. Yep. Hang on, let me go back to the old notes. Episode 11. There it is. I swear to God, if you're right on both of them, I'll be furious. You didn't write them on here. You didn't write them. We have to go back and actually listen to it.
Hang on. Mine's loading because I can tell based off what you put, what I put.
I said they would win 2 out of 3 to the Rockies, and 2 out of 3 to the Brewers. So I thought it would be a 4 and 6.
I might have said sweep and sweep.
I think you did.
I think I did say sweep and sweep, and I was correct.
Cortland's a prophet. All right. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Nope, I do not.
All right, let's wrap it up then. So this was episode 12 of your favorite Reds podcast. I hope it's your favorite. Like I said, like, subscribe, share, follow, tweet, retweet, hashtag, all those words about us with your friends. Subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, or follow us on Spotify or whichever app you use. Subscribe on YouTube. Our YouTube numbers aren't super great. The bulk of our views definitely come from Facebook or podcast listen. So go ahead and give that YouTube channel a subscribe. But yeah, if you don't want to, that's fine too. But we'd be really happy if you did. And like I said, just share us with your friends. And if you have any feedback or suggestions, just keep them to yourself. No, I'm kidding. You can tell us if you have anything. We'll always take it into consideration. We're here to make you all happy. So let us know. So Cortland, sing us out.
Oh, baby, I love your face every day. You're not going to cut me off this time. You made me actually sing.
Yeah, sing it.
I don't know the rest of it.